to center field. This ball's crushed. Ground ball to third. Toro is there. His throw in time. Justin Verlander. Another exclamation point in a Hall of Fame career.
A magical day north of the border yesterday. Today, Justin Verlander, the Houston Astros, back in the States as they get ready for their final 2 interleague games of the year. Astros back in Milwaukee for the first time since the early part of the 2016 season. Right now, the New York Yankees have the best record in all of baseball. The Astros a game behind, and they are a half game ahead of the Los Angeles Dodgers. Hi, everybody. Welcome. Todd Callis alongside Jeff Blum. Glad you could join us on this Labor Day afternoon contest. And Blummer, here we are back in interleague play. And a chance for Jordan to play in the field one more time.
Yeah, you got to find a way to get his bat in the lineup. It helps out everybody. You got to put him in left field, but what a test for him out here. It's a big left field.
You know Justin Verlander and Gerrit Cole have this great back-and-back friendly competition. Today, Gerrit Cole gets the ball, and these guys have been going at it all year.
Yeah, he's got to be chomping at the bit because Justin Verlander set the bar pretty high, throwing that no-hitter yesterday up north of the border, but Gerrit Cole has a similar stuff to go out there with the high-velocity fastball, the slider, curveball, maybe even see a couple more change-ups like we saw in that last time out. But how about the fact that back-to-back seasons, they have both combined or both got 250-plus strikeouts. That's an amazing feat for these guys to go out there and do, considering they're being compared to guys back in 2000.
The only time it's happened, big unit in Schilling in back-to-back years, 01 and 02. And in our Humana team prevent defense, these two guys are putting up numbers that nobody else is.
Yeah, and it's a lot of fun when you can put them on the screen and really start to drink these things in. They are sub-200 as far as batting average against. And how about the whip? That much better for Justin Verlander. The record for whip in a season was held by Pedro Martinez at .74. So these are historic numbers both these guys are putting up.
Sub-200, sub-1, 250-plus. They're the only two. They're the best in the game right now. Gerrit Cole going today as the Milwaukee Brewers are his opponent, a team he's familiar with in his days with the Pittsburgh Pirates. Both teams trying to head to the playoffs where they reached the respective championship series last year and fell just a little short of the World Series. Rooms to Go, where you get great furniture prices and delivery is fast and easy. When we come back, we'll be joined by Julia Morales. She will tell us about the best supporting actor in a no-hitter. It was Abraham Toro, with friends and family in attendance going crazy. More on Abraham when we come back.
Everybody knew it was on the line, JV. At the time, no hit, so it was huge. It's been unreal, Like I said, first no-hitter, first time playing in Canada as a professional. It was something I'll remember forever.
We welcome you back in. Abraham Toro talking about what it was like to be a part of yesterday, which was one of the more incredible days of the season. Justin Verlander, who said he had 2 under his belt already, that is no hitters, but that third one really hard for him to get, so he would need some help, and he got it from a guy who had only been in the majors for a little more than a week. It's our No Player Does More, presented by H-E-B, as we look at that big swing from Abraham Toro. It came in the 9th, a scoreless game, no bigger spot for Toro right there to come up big. A 2-run shot of the former Astro, Ken Giles, there. And that was in a ballpark that he had played in as a teenager, where he was dreaming of becoming a big leaguer. The Canadian put the Astros in front, gave JV the chance to close it out with a no-hitter, and his friends there to witness the humongous home run for him. And then, of course, helping record the final out of the no-hitter, and getting so much love and credit from Justin Verlander, who was looking for him on the field. That scene right there has actually become a t-shirt already in production dedicated to that. JV finding him in the clubhouse today to show him the 2 sharing a laugh. So the 22 contributing the last couple of games. He felt like he was trying to do too much early, though, guys. He has settled in a little bit, coming through with some big hits. None bigger than that one, but back in there today playing third, batting 7. TK.
Yeah, he has looked more comfortable. That first home run was at Minute Maid Park, final at bat of that series against Tampa Bay. It was in a losing cause, but then that home run yesterday, by far the biggest hit of his young career. Great to see the 22-year-old step up in such a big spot on his native country's turf. Here is the Astros lineup on this Labor Day afternoon game. George Springer will lead things off, followed by Jose Altuve and Michael Brantley. Alex Bregman back in the 4 spot, which means Yordan Alvarez is 5th. Yuli Gurriel back in the lineup after a day off yesterday. Abraham Toro, third base. Martin Maldonado will catch it. Gerrit Cole will hit and be on the mound.
Right-handed pitcher Adrian Hauser's on the mound for the Milwaukee Brewers. Numbers this season. This will be his 13th start. 87 innings pitched, 87 strikeouts, 30 walks in those 87 innings. He has been pitching very well since the All-Star break with a 3.05 ERA and the .229 batting average against.
Delivers a strike to George Springer. We're underway on this Monday afternoon. Hope you have enjoyed an extended holiday weekend, as George Springer, who had the day off yesterday, had a tough job trying to keep a couple of streaks alive. He saw his on-base streak go away at 22 games, and his hitting streak snapped at 6 games. George only had 1 AB. Grounded out on a nice play by Vladimir Guerrero Jr. as a pinch hitter in the 8th inning of yesterday's game. We expect from Hauser today, a guy that was originally drafted by the Astros and traded in that deal that brought Mike Myers and Carlos Gomez over.
He's been aggressive with the fastball, throws in the mid-90s. Slider has also become a very good pitch from him. He throws it hard. There it is right there at 89 miles an hour. Also has that curveball, the occasional changeup, but he has been pretty aggressive with the fastball over the course of the season, throwing it in his last start 80% of the time.
Had ahead early on Springer. Now it's 2-2, and he backs him off the plate, and the count goes full. George with 34 career leadoff home runs, 10 this season, which is a new franchise record, bettering, as Mark said a couple of years ago. Foul at the plate. Yasmani Grandal. Not quite hang on to it. It's still a full count. Not many at-bats for these Astros against Hauser in their careers. Nobody has more than 1. Came in out of the bullpen this year against the Astros at Minute Maid Park. George sends one into right center field. Trent Grisham and Christian Yelich converge. It's the right fielder Yelich who makes the play for out number 1.
Here's a look at the pitch usage for Adrian Hauser. Talked about that fastball being used quite a bit, 67% of the time. The curveball, 14%. That slider, batting average against, and the OPS rather inflated. 429 is the batting average. You will see the occasional changeup. Be interesting to see how he works with Yasmani Grandal, who has playoff experience, World Series experience against these Astros.
That's right, part of the 2017 National League champion Dodgers team. As he catches a strike from Hauser. Jose Altuve, 9-game hitting streak starting the day. Altuve currently 10th in the American League with that .302 batting average. Secondary pitches Hauser throws. He'll show that curve and change more to lefties and that slider more to righties. But as Plummer noted, he is heavy on the fastball. An occasional sinker, 2-seamer, but almost all, majority of them are going to be 4-seam fastballs. Missed with that 4-seamer inside on Altuve, and it's 1-2. 26-year-old Adrian Hauser. Altuve takes one low for a ball. Just like the first batter, Hauser got ahead, and now it's an even count. Hauser was the 2nd-round pick of the Astros in the 2011 draft. First-round pick was the guy he retired his first time up, George Springer. Altuve goes down swinging. Hauser picks up his first strikeout, 2 away in the first.
Not afraid to come in with that fastball. Watching some of the videos trying to scout Hauser, he's not afraid to come inside with that fastball. You can see on our MD Anderson strike zone the location of that 2-seam, running at 95 miles an hour under the swing of Jose, who's trying to clear out that front side.
So now Hauser will face Michael Brantley. Since that 19-game hitting streak, Brantley just 2 for his last 18, coming in with a batting average of .329. Second in the AL to DJ LeMahieu, .335.
If you're feeling shifty, there it is. It's brought to you by Geico. These Milwaukee Brewers shift quite a bit. Moustakas, for the time being, is the only one on the left side. Occasionally you'll see him move to the right side.
Here he goes.
Told you.
With 2 strikes, he will switch spots with shortstop Orlando Arcia. Astros coming in 89-49, trying to become the second major league team to reach 90 wins. Astros currently lead Oakland by 10 games in the American League West. A's losing in walk-off fashion for the second straight game to the New York Yankees. Milwaukee trails St. Louis by 6 in the NL Central. And the Brewers are also part of the wild card chase in the National League. They are 3 games behind the Cubs for that second wild card spot. Only 6 more games remaining for the Astros with teams over 500, including these 2 against Milwaukee. And then 4 on the next homestand with the Oakland A's as Brantley draws a 2-out walk from Hauser, who has walked at least 1 batter in every one of his starts this year, all 14 of them now. So there's a wild card picture. The Brewers winning a series against the Chicago Cubs to stay within striking distance. Philadelphia and Arizona also close, and Washington starting to have a little gap develop between themselves and the Cubs for that first wild card spot. Nationals won 4 in a row, while the Cubs lost their last 2 games to Milwaukee. As this one to Alex Bregman is up high for ball 1. Alex had the big double to start the 9th inning yesterday, kind of set the table for the Abraham Toro heroics. Alex, who had struck out against the Ken Giles slider the night before, was able to loft one down the line and right for an opening double. 3 batters later, Toro would hit what proved to be the game-winning home run. There's a line drive. Solidly hit into center field. Alex Bregman continues to reach base. That is now 26 games in a row. Bregman, a 2-out single.
Good piece of hitting in a 2-0 count. Middle in, he stays up the middle of the field, not trying to do too much or go into launch mode in that 2-0 count. Let that baseball get to him before punching it back up the middle.
When Hauser came out of the bullpen against the Astros earlier this year, it was on June the 12th, just 3 days after the debut of Yordan Alvarez. So Alvarez has seen Hauser before. Yordan debuting on the 9th of June as he rips one foul down the right field line.
Got to be careful throwing that slider or that curveball to Jordan, and if it's up out over the plate where he can get extended, just because that pitch is coming to him as a left-handed hitter.
Catches the outside corner, says the home plate umpire Ben May. It's 0-2.
Perfect pitch. Just tip your cap if you're Jordan Alvarez on that one and dare him to do it again.
Swing and a miss with a fastball up, and that'll do it for the Astros. A walk and a hit, 2 men left on base.
Local Ford dealers, Gerrit Cole on the mound. How about 15 double-digit strikeout games this season, surpassing J.R. Richard in franchise history, who has done it twice. Gerrit Cole now on top of the pack. A lot of power arms throughout the history of the Houston Astros, and he is leading the way with 15 10-plus strikeout games.
Here's the lineup Gerrit Cole will face today with the rookie Trent Grisham leading things off in center field. Yasmani Grandal, switch hitting catcher, followed by Christian Yelich and Mike Moustakas. A lot of lefties today. Ryan Braun, a right-hander, batting 5th. Eric Thames and Corey Spangenberg hit 6th and 7th. Orlando Arcia and the pitcher Adrian Hauser round out the lineup for Craig Counsell and the Milwaukee Brewers as Gerrit Cole delivers a fastball for a strike. 22-year-old center fielder Trent Grisham from Fort Worth, Texas, getting a chance to play with Lorenzo Cain hobbled by injuries lately. Takes a fastball upstairs for a ball. It's 1-1.
He's got a unique hand position on the bat. Basically holds it almost like a golf club with a thumb, both thumbs up the handle of the bat. Very similar to a golf grip.
That is an unusual grip. Why is it so unusual? Because it kind of...
Well, usually you're manhandling that thing and you get both thumbs around that to hold it. The only thing that's interesting to me is having the thumb up the handle of the bat is impact, because a lot of the impact is going to be absorbed by the thumb. It's not a natural position to have that thumb in, but it works for him, and rumor has it he does it to give that a little more stability as far as the bat in the hands.
No, but
there is a little more give if you hold it like a normal hammer.
no batting gloves either. Gerrit's thrown almost every pitch today so far in or near the zone. He didn't get a couple of close pitches in this sequence and has a 2-2 count. Gerrit Cole always loves the friendly competition with Justin Verlander, his teammate. Quite an act to follow for Gerrit. Every pitch that Gerrit's missed with in this sequence, first batter, have been very close misses.
Well, according to our MD Anderson strike zone, he hasn't thrown a ball yet. So it's going to be a little bit of a feeling out process for Martin Maldonado behind home plate.
Swing and a miss, gets the strikeout. Despite the edges not being given to him, he still picks up a strikeout of the first batter he faces. Astros starting defense is presented by Xfinity. Jordan Alvarez gets a start in the outfield today here in Milwaukee, keeping his bat in the lineup in an interleague game. George Springer and Michael Brantley in center and right respectively. Abraham Toro over at third base. Alex Bregman normally will be on his side, but now in the shift on the right side with Jose Altuve and Yuli Gurriel. Martin Maldonado has caught the last 3 starts for Gerrit Cole. Ball drilled the other way. Jordan Alvarez will watch this ball, and that is gone. Yasmani Grandal connects on the first pitch he sees for an opposite field home run. Sends Bernie Brewer down the slide, his 22nd of the year. It's 1-0 Brewers.
If you're an opposing hitter to Gerrit Cole, you know you're going to be challenged. And Yasmani Grandal guessed right on the fastball away and drove it, barreling up 97 miles an hour and launching it out of Miller Park.
Grandal with his 4th consecutive season of 20-plus home runs, hits his 22nd. It was only his second career hit against Gerrit Cole in 13 at-bats. And now here's the guy who has done well against Gerrit Cole in his career, Christian Yelich.
There's that four-seam grip on our matches from Supermo, trying to get ahead early. Just got beat by Grandal in a good swing.
Yelich goes the other way and fouls it out of play. Yelich in his career is 9 for 17 against Gerrit Cole, a couple of doubles and 3 home runs. Not many hitters have done that kind of damage against Gerrit throughout their careers. Gets him to chase the fastball up. It's 1-2. Great battle. Power pitcher against a guy who has dominated right-hand pitching this year. Yelich with a .358 mark against righties with 31 home runs. Grounds this one right side. Altuve is there. This head-to-head battle won by Gerrit Cole for the second out of the inning. Two outs, base is clear. Mike Moustakas will bat. Who signed once again with Milwaukee right before spring training started, February 21st. Moustakas takes a fastball for a strike. Who's down to the count 0-2. Acquired by the Brewers from Kansas City at the trade deadline last year, July 27th. 31 home runs this year, coming in batting .262. Gerrit misses in with 98. It's 1-2. Cole struck out 14 in his last start. He has struck out 10 or more in 6 of his last 8 starts. Moustakas tried to hold up. He goes around. That'll be a strikeout for Cole to end the inning. A couple of strikeouts in the first, but a solo home run by Grandal, and Milwaukee leads 1-0.
Toyota. Third career no-hitter for Justin Verlander. Some of the excitement. Great angle right here with the ground ball to Toro to finish this thing off. Come and get him, boys. What an amazing afternoon of baseball it was for the Houston Astros and that man right there. Reaching elite territory, getting into that third no-hitter category.
One of 6 all-time after being one of 35 all-time with 2 no-hitters. 6 have reached the magical number of 3. That was also a great angle to see the first man out of the dugout was the big fella Yordan Alvarez with a full head of steam. So Justin wisely paid his attention to Robinson Chirinos at that point.
Don't want to have that guy jumping into your arms, do you?
That's the guy you don't want getting to you first. Yuli Gurriel with an 0-2 count. Good to see Yuli back in the lineup. Missed yesterday with an elbow contusion after being hit by a pitch in Saturday's game. Yuli's got a chance to do something today that's never happened before in Major League history, and that would be get a multi-hit game in 9 straight interleague contests. He and Alex Rodriguez currently share the Major League record with 8 in a row. Yuli doesn't mind facing these teams he only sees once in a while. He's got a 15-game hitting streak going on in interleague games. Rips one foul down the right field line.
Tell you what, in the last 2.5 months, Yuli, he just likes hitting, period. Doesn't matter who's on that bump.
And nobody better in baseball over the last 56 games than Yuli Gurriel. Leads in RBIs, batting average, and OPS since June 23rd. Yuli goes after a pitch up. Hauser has his third strikeout, one away in the second.
Houston Methodist is going to give us our league leaders and some of those no-hit pitchers that we've seen. Nolan Ryan, of course, a ridiculous number of 7 no-hitters. Sandy Koufax at 4 by himself, and some of the top 3 with 3 no-hitters in their career. Justin Verlander, Bob Feller, and Cy Young. Larry Corcoran, all the way back in the 1880s, was dominant. It was a while ago.
An elite list for JV, who also reached a list of only 5 pitchers yesterday to have 5 seasons of 250 or more strikeouts, as he eclipsed 250 and ended up with 257. Well, the big story was Justin Verlander. The other story was the guy at the plate right now who provided Verlander with the opportunity to get the no-hitter.
And Yuli provided the opportunity for Abraham Toro coming out of that game, because he was originally in that lineup.
What a moment it was for Toro, native Canadian, playing back in Toronto for the first time as a professional, and knowing that Verlander needed a run with 2 outs in the 9th inning, and coming through with the biggest hit of his young career. Second major league home run for Toro. Both have been as a left-hand hitter. He is 5 for 22 lefty, 6 for 29 overall. Little squibber right side, could be tough for Arcia. No chance. Toro getting down the line. Abraham Toro against the shift with an infield hit with 1 out in the second inning.
And just another Astro getting a base hit with 2 strikes on him, too. Good job of inside outing that pitch. Hit a little bit harder. It might have been more of a routine ground ball for Arcia, but not hit hard, and Toro hustling, able to leg out that infield hit.
Toro does get up the line well. Seen him beat out a couple of infield hits this year. So he's on for Martin Maldonado. Martin takes a fastball for a strike. See Maldonado's combined numbers on the season. With the Astros, he's 8 for 44, with 3 of his 8 hits being home runs. That one's down and away. It's 1-1. Maldonado started this year in Kansas City, went to the Cubs before joining the Astros, but began his career here in Milwaukee. Spent a number of years here with the Brewers. Martin debuted in 2011 with Milwaukee and played through the 2016 season with the Brewers. Runner on the go. Grandal can't find the handle, and Abraham Toro has his first major league stolen base as he goes in head first, as Grandal couldn't find the pitch.
Picked a good pitch to run on. It's a nice asset to have those wheels, create an opportunity to run yourself into scoring position.
Martin now with a 3-1 count. Mentioned it before, when we get into National League ballparks, role the 8-hitter a little different now. Gerrit Cole on deck. Might be a little different story tomorrow with Zach Greinke, a good hitting pitcher, on deck, but team might have expanded a little bit, trying to drive in the run with Cole, the next hitter.
No, that's definitely the idea of the 8th place hitter in the National League. Try and open things up a little bit to try and drive that run in.
And he rips one, but right at the third baseman, Mike Moustakas. Maldonado couldn't hit it much harder, but he's the second out.
Moustakas has got to feel like he's got a target on him all season long, and recently been having some line drives hit at him. Luckily, this one right at his chest. Made a nice play on a line drive.
He took one off the left wrist. Been battling a little injury the last 4 games he missed due to a line drive off that left wrist. Here's Gerrit Cole. Astros fans may not realize this because Cole, as a Houston Astro, is 0 for 14 with 12 strikeouts, but Cole was actually a decent hitter with the Pirates. And he used to get his reps every 5 days. Coming in with a career mark of 165 with 3 home runs, but now that Gerrit focuses pretty much exclusively on pitching. We have not seen Cole do much with the bat since he's joined the Astros. And he goes down on 3 pitches here as Hauser strikes him out to end the second inning. Verlander threw that fastball early and often, and then closed with an even better fastball, brought to you by Community Bank of Texas. Verlander's first 10 fastballs of the day were around 93, 94. He closed averaging 96. His 5 highest velocity fastballs of the day came against the final batter he faced, Bo Bichette.
The man knows how to finish, and he knows how to reach back and get it. And the highest whiff plus is Gerrit Cole. On that list also is Justin Verlander. 100 is basically major league average, so it gives you an idea of how good Cole and Verlander have been with that fastball. Of those 120 pitches that Justin Verlander threw yesterday, 78 were the fastball. He had 15 swinging strikes, 13 called.
It was really just a remarkable day watching him dominate with that fastball, not get too much hard hit contact either. There was one sharply hit ball to Toro, then one ball down the line that Diaz had to make a play on. But other than that, Toronto really didn't put the ball in play with much velocity. Verlander threw 120 pitches yesterday, a season high. Ryan Braun leads off with a 1-1 count, grounds 1 foul. Braun's been one of the hotter hitters for the Brewers over the past 3 weeks, hitting .389 in his last 20 games, has that average up to .288 on the year. See that career mark is just a couple of ticks below 300. Sometimes on a sunny day you can get some shadows for late afternoon baseball, but today it's a little overcast, which I'm sure the hitters facing Gerrit Cole and Adrian Hauser appreciate.
No, this place, a 1 o'clock game, can be one of the worst as far as shadows are concerned. To the point where I think AJ spent about 10 minutes talking about the shadows in his pregame meeting. That cloud cover brought a little bit of rain. They closed the roof back up during batting practice. With those panels behind the first base side, it really can get in the eyes of the third baseman and left fielder.
Braun looks at a called third strike as he dots up 99 on the outside corner. Gerrit Cole off with 3 strikeouts of the first 4 batters he has faced.
Yeah, that's amazing. 99 miles an hour, and he's able to get that outside corner. If you're not fully committed to get that swing in, you're going to have what happened to Braun right there. You're just not going to be able to pull the trigger to even attempt to get to it, because by the time you even think about it, it's past you.
3 strikeouts of the first 4 outs. First 5 hitters. Grandal with a home run in the mix, as Eric Thames takes one outside for ball 1. Including Grandal's switch hitter, Thames is one of 6 lefties that Gerrit will face the first 7 hitters.
Telecast AI powered by AWS shows you why the Astros are in that shift situation. Small percentage where Abraham Toro is. Altuve playing a shallow right.
Just when we mentioned there weren't shadows because of the overcast, now the sun comes out and you see what we're talking about. So Gerrit in the shade. The ball will illuminate as it heads back towards the plate to Eric Thames. That's a pretty good rip at that 98-mile-an-hour fastball. It's 2-2. Gerrit Cole's pitched here in Milwaukee plenty of times in his career. Most recently 3 starts in 2017 with the Pirates. 13 career starts now against Milwaukee for Gerrit. Ball's hit foul, but a long way foul. Way up in the top deck.
Yeah, that was egregious. That's what happens though when you're trying to gear that swing for 98, 99, and then he snaps the slider off. All you can do is pull the hands down, get too quick on it.
Gerrit was really proud of the changeup in his last start.
I think Maldonado was trying to call it right there. You can see the wiggle of the fingers.
Swing and a miss. Got him with the changeup.
Guys, Gerrit Cole really happy with that changeup in his last start. I haven't heard him be that positive and confident when talking about it either all season long. Something he's been working on, something Verlander's been working on, and for him to have such success with it in that last start, he was really elated about that. And so hopefully he can carry that through the rest of the season and be as confident as he was in that last start moving forward.
Well, he doesn't need any more weapons.
Why not?
But if he,
I'm always talking about being greedy. Go get you some more.
But if he finds that changeup consistently, look out.
Well, to Julia's point, that last start, so on the season, the changeup for Gerrit Cole is used about 7% of the time. He doubled up on that last time out, throwing it 14.3% of the time. And after getting a strikeout on Thames with it, you would imagine he might be a little more comfortable with it. Maybe we see it a couple more times in this ball game.
Blows the fastball by Corey Spangenberg, and it's 1-2. Gerrit with 2 strikeouts in the first inning. Has struck out the first 2 batters this inning. And he strikes out this side, getting Spangenberg. 5 strikeouts for Gerrit Cole through 2. Brewers lead 1-0.
There's a lot of anger coming out of that right arm, especially in that second inning. 99. Astros poll. We asked you after that no-hitter, if you're a major league pitcher, would you rather have 3 Cy Young awards or 3 no-hitters? That man right there, he's got himself a Cy Young and 3 no-hitters. But you know to go to @AT&T Sportsnet SW and vote on our Chevy Stroh poll, and stay tuned because we'll give you the results later in this ball game.
Justin Verlander and Wade Miley having a little conversation. Wade back in familiar territory. George Springer will lead things off. In the 3rd inning, facing Adrian Hauser for the 2nd time around. Hauser got Springer to fly out to right field his first time up. George, big swing, no contact at the slider.
Well, here we are in that second time through the order where the Astros have a tendency to make adjustments. Hauser getting started with that slider early.
We just saw Gerrit Cole strike out the side as the sun came out. Is there a factor?
Yeah. Yeah, more often than not, it's usually the spin, because sometimes, like you just said last inning, the glare can make that ball a little bit shiny. It makes it tough to pick up the rotation. But again, if the pitcher is in the light and the hitter is in the light, then it's usually pretty good. It creeps out there a little bit more and puts Hauser in that same kind of light as the hitter. It makes it a little bit easier.
George takes one down for a ball. It's 2-2.
Yeah, this is what happens when you get engineers and non-baseball players to go out there and build a stadium with these cool panels where the sunlight can get through. Never had to face 96.
Or spin.
Even better point.
It's 3-2 to Springer. It'll be George, Jose Altuve, and Michael Brantley facing the former Astro minor leaguer Adrian Hauser. And Hauser loses Springer with a fastball inside. George draws a walk. So he's now been on base 23 of the last 24 games after having that streak snap with a pinch hit appearance yesterday.
How about a couple of visuals for everybody at home? You can see the pitcher is starting in that dark shadow before he comes home. And when that ball is released, it starts coming into the light. And that's when there's a little bit of a glow. Watch the ball get brighter. As it gets brighter, it's tougher to pick up the spin of those red seams coming at you. But of course, Altuve gets a benefit of some cloud cover after George did a great job of working the walk.
Somewhere in George's mind right now, he's going, really?
Exactly.
Of course I hit with the sun out. Altuve gets the shade.
Yeah, he's up there grinding, and now Altuve's got perfect conditions.
That is so perfect. 0-1 to count. Oh, now Altuve has to deal with it. Altuve struck out swinging his first time up.
It's a good backdrop here, though. You saw it from that angle from behind home plate. Nice batting eye here at Miller Park.
Speaking of that batter's eye, there was a couple of home runs hit in batting practice that went over the center field camera in the middle of that batter's eye and hit the Miller light sign here at Miller Park. Guess who hit him?
Some big left-handed hitter for the Astros. Might be wearing number 44.
He is putting on prodigious shows in BP. And he hit that Miller light sign not once but twice the same round. Altuve floats one towards short above the head of Arcia into left center field. Altuve has himself a base hit. That is now 70 hits since the All-Star break, the best in the American League.
Kind of fought that one off. Two-seamer running in on the hands, just enough to get it over the shortstop's head. There's a little doubt in his mind. There was doubt in George's mind, who did a good job of holding his ground.
So now to bring up Michael Brantley, who walked his first time up. Astros with 2 on and nobody out. Brantley takes one way outside for ball 1. Checks on the breaking ball down. It's 2-0. Astros with 3 singles. Hauser's walked a couple, including Springer to lead off this inning. Astros and Brewers meeting for the second time this year. They met back in June at Minute Maid Park. Split that 2-game series with the Astros winning 10-8 in the opener and the Brewers winning 6-3 in 14 innings.
Defensive rankings are driven by GMC. Give you an idea of some of the arms against the Milwaukee Brewers. And it's Grisham in center field, 22-year-old. They're going to challenge his arm. He's also playing incredibly deep right now with Michael Brantley up there on the corners. The two veterans are going to test them, but if they're charging in, might want to be a little more careful. But Yelich playing an average right field, but for me, Brian Braun and Grisham in center playing incredibly deep with the speed that is on the base paths for the Astros right now.
Brantley with a 3-1 count. And he grounds one slowly towards the middle, and Altuve will hesitate as the shortstop had to field it, Arcia, and get back to the bag. He wanted to tag Altuve, but Altuve made sure he couldn't turn two.
That was a heads-up base running play by Jose Altuve, not running into the double play. That ground ball in front of him, at first intent was to try and beat Arcia at second base, but he didn't have the opportunity when Arcia came up into the baseline. And great job by Altuve forcing him to go to the bag for the force out.
So now first and third for Alex Bregman, who lined a single into center field his first time up. Bregman second on the team with 94 runs batted in. Has a chance to put the Astros on the board for the first time today and takes a fastball low, 1-0.
There's the arm strength out there. You can see in the corners, Braun has the best arm. Major league average is 88 miles an hour up. And Braun has 86. Not so good in center field with Grisham. But as deep as he's playing, he's going to have to be hyper aggressive or have a shallow fly ball to have a chance.
Alex with that single reaching in 26 straight, has 29 RBIs in those 26 games and an OPS over 1,200. Hauser misses low, 2-1. Hauser threw 26 pitches in the first inning, 21 in the second inning. Now the Astros building up his pitch count again in the third. That is high, ball three. It's 3-1, and Yordan Alvarez looms on deck.
Yeah, it looks like Hauser is fighting himself right now, trying to get that pitch in the zone. Seen a couple of hitters counts in this inning so far.
He was able to get Brantley with a 3-1 count to ground out. Now 3-1 to Bregman. Bregman line drive single. We're tied up at 1. Alex Bregman RBI number 95 on the year. George Springer scores his 80th run, and it's a 1-1 game.
Alex is in a very good place, continuing what he started in August, putting up great numbers. 95 RBIs now, but what an excellent job of seeing that fastball down. Nose down, barrel at contact, and a rifle shot back up the middle. It was a great piece of hitting.
When Bregman gets to 3-1 and Yordan Alvarez is on deck, he's either going to draw the walk or he's going to get something that he feels like he can zone up.
Yeah, you kind of feel like you're picking your poison if you're Hauser out there, or most pitchers since Alex has moved into that four spot, because batting ahead of Alvarez, the batting average at 387, but he's doing an excellent job of getting on base. And when he is getting on base, the number that you kind of lose track of right there is that 33 runs scored. That's because Alvarez has been driving him in. It's been a little bit rough here in recent days for Yordan Alvarez, but he's going to continue to have his opportunities with a guy like Alex hitting in front of him.
And you don't see Yordan stay down too long. Came off a series against the Toronto Blue Jays where he only went 2 for 11 without a run batted in. Struck out his first time up. Big man hitting here with first and second and 1 out after a meeting at the mound, and takes one way up. Hauser continues to struggle with his command this inning. Walking a couple of singles in this inning. Yordan swing and a miss. It's 1-1. stand there in the batter's box, waiting for the pitcher to get ready. An imposing figure. Drills one foul the other way. And it's 2-2. Astros going back to the orange tops today. Worked well yesterday.
Not a bad idea.
Jordan had one of the 5 hits yesterday for the Astros, and only 5 hits for Houston in that 2-0 victory. And he goes down. Chases the off speed, and that'll out number 2 as Hauser picks up his 5th strikeout.
One of the rare times you're going to see Jordan Alvarez off balance. Just kind of waved at that one. Things maybe speeding up a little bit. He's trying to go get that pitch instead of letting it come to him and get in the zone, see it a little bit longer.
Both times in that at bat, swinging and missing at the changeup as Yuli rockets one foul.
There's that circle changeup, diving down and away, and Jordan trying to go out there and get it. That's why he's over that front leg with the finish. When you're doing that too, you're in the zone, out of the zone pretty quick.
Yuli struck out his first time up. Hauser now with 5 strikeouts on the day. And Yuli chops one towards short. Arcia will make the play to second to get Bregman for the final out of the inning. Astros tie it up with an Alex Bregman RBI.
On behalf of the players, the coaches, our organization, we want to thank everyone in the city of Houston that's doing something good for somebody else.
This hometown moment presented by Blue Cross Blue Shield. It was on this day 2 years ago. The Astros returned home for the first time since Hurricane Harvey hit Houston and the surrounding areas. You heard A.J. Hinch delivering the Houston Strong speech before the game. Emotional as the Astros tried to give this sense of normalcy right there. And you saw the offense get going. Justin Verlander arrived to Houston for the first time on that day as an Astro, getting familiar with his new teammates. Charlie Morton pitched to Jim. It was a doubleheader that day, and the Astros took both of those games. Using the day before, it was a complete off day. They used that day to give back to the city, spending time with displaced families at the GRB. And just seeing those highlights start to bring back so many emotions and memories for me. Guys, what do you remember about that weekend?
Same thing, just all the emotions that were involved. Seeing families that lost everything and lost their homes and were trying to start anew. And then the Mets did a great job as well. They went out throughout the community and elected to have a doubleheader that next day.
I just remember going through the George R. Brown and seeing so many faces so happy to see those players. And with that day off, those guys spent a lot of time out there volunteering their time and just shaking hands, hugging everybody, getting their hands on them, and then watching them, the players, go out and play the way they did and finish off the month of September the way they did spoke volumes to how that awful situation really galvanized a team in a city. I've never seen that before. It was incredible.
Yeah, it was an amazing stretch where baseball helped to revive the community, and we still saw from September 2nd until the end of the regular season little pockets of where season ticket holders would have been attending the game, and they were attending to more important matters at that point, trying to get things back in order. And it was a magical spirit around the city and around the Astros through the remainder of 2017. And Ape Strong carried itself to a World Championship that year. Gerrit tries to throw a breaking ball at 0-2 to the opposing pitcher Adrian Hauser, and he almost hit him. It's 1-2. Gerrit's probably like, why am I messing around with that?
Got 99 in the tank.
Yeah, that's all you need to do. There's no reason to throw the opposing pitcher who's 1 for 18 in his career a breaking ball. Lace up your running shoes and join the Astros Foundation, Houston Police Department, And USO Houston for the annual Badges and Bases H-Town Rundown presented by Chenier. The family-friendly 5K and 10K run will take place Saturday, September 28th, with proceeds benefiting the organizations. To register, visit astros.com/run. Gerrit now with 6 strikeouts, first time through the lineup. He did strike out Trent Grisham his first time up and starts him off with a breaking ball for a strike. Grisham made his major league debut on August 1st, 1 month and 1 day ago. 22-year-old takes one inside for a ball, 1-1. He grew up in Fort Worth, a Rangers fan growing up. Now a chance to play at the big league level. They really like this guy. Down to the count here to one of the game's best, 1-2. Grisham, a first-round pick of the 2015 draft, was committed to go to Texas Tech before he signed with the Brewers. 99 misses from Gerrit Cole, and it's 2-2. Gerrit's pitch count in much better order than his opposing pitcher Adrian Hauser, who needed 72 pitches to get through 3. Gerrit's at 43 right now with 2 strikes and 2 outs. Called third strike. Freezes Grisham for his 7th strikeout of the game. Gerrit Cole, a 1-2-3 third.
All fans receive a Justin Verlander bobblehead presented by Chevron. And get here early before the game that evening for Boots Scootin' Barbecue Street Fest presented by Pluckers. For tickets and info, visit astros.com/promotions. That is all fans getting a Justin Verlander bobblehead. Seems appropriate, too, considering he got some help from a good friend, Abraham Toro. Going Oppo.
Great moment for Abraham, his friends that were still there watching the whole weekend. Abraham did a little media press conference in the dugout before the series started. A lot of Toronto and Canadian reporters wanted to hear from the kid born in Quebec City. Didn't have a hit in that series until he unloaded on the biggest hit of his career to help Justin Verlander pick up his 3rd career no-hitter as Toro fouls one out of play. And of course he got the last ground ball. That's not easy either for a young guy.
No, it's not easy for a veteran.
I was talking to Abraham Toro before we went to Toronto. He was most excited about just grabbing a coffee at Tim Hortons. And then the weekend ensued, so a pretty special moment for him. He had trouble putting it into words a lot of the time, getting a ton of questions, like you said, from the media.
This ball hit pretty well to left center field. Braun goes back, Grisham goes back, Braun near the wall, and he makes the play right up against the wall. Abraham Toro, bidding for his 2nd home run in as many games, flies out to deep left.
Got that one pretty good. And you can see that Braun, a little bit shocked by how much that ball took him back too. He kept drifting on it before he had to make the choice to leap and make the grab before the wall.
I'll bring up Martin Maldonado, hit the ball hard his first time up, lining out to 3rd. Hauser came into this inning with 72 pitches. Had never thrown 100 pitches in any start this year. The Brewers have an expansive bullpen now with rosters added on September 1st. They had 6 additions to their roster. They have 12 arms in their bullpen to choose from.
Sounds like fun.
Maldonado with a 2-1 count.
A couple of those guys got used pretty heavily in that series they just came from in Chicago. So maybe a couple of those arms shut down today, if not tomorrow.
I'm guessing we won't see Hader today for sure. We'll see how Counsell plays it tomorrow. There is Josh Hader also involved in that same deal with Adrian Hauser. Ground ball foul past Gary Pettis.
And Hauser came out of his previous start after 74 pitches in just 5 innings against St. Louis. They're keeping an eye on him. He has a left hip issue that took him out of that previous start.
See the Astros doing a good job putting a lot of pitches on Hauser the first 3 innings. He needed 72 pitches to get through 3, while Gerrit Cole needed just 44. Pitch well here at home. Both this year and in his career. This year a 2.83 ERA, career 2.40 earned run average at Miller Park. He's a guy that had some time with the Brewers in 2015, a couple of games out of the bullpen, and last year 7 games out of the pen. Had Tommy John surgery in between in the summer of 2016. This is to Maldonado, and it's 3-2.
Another good at bat by an Astro, forcing a deep count on Hauser.
Called third strike on the outside corner. 6 strikeout for Hauser, 2 away in the 4th.
Not perfect, but enough to get the call.
So Hauser will now face Gerrit Cole, who he struck out on 3 fastballs his first time up.
Come on, Gerrit, shock the world. Never mind.
I'm with you. I want to see Gerrit get a hit here. At least put one in play. 0 for 15 now in an Astros uniform as a hitter with 13 strikeouts. So far he hasn't swung the bat.
Yeah, it's hard to tell if he's tracking and not wanting to swing or unable to swing.
There we go.
Contact.
Any pitch you can add to the opposing pitcher's total is a bonus. All right. 2 in a row with 2 strikes. Baby steps.
Yeah, I can't wait till he goes back to the dugout and tells everybody about the epic battle he had against Hauser in his second at bat.
Hey, that one's in play towards second. Corey Spangenberg is there. Cole retired. 1-2-3 inning for Adrian Hauser. We're still tied at 1. We have seen the rare 100 game score for the Houston Astros twice now in the last 2 years. Gerrit Cole accomplished it last year in Arizona, and yesterday Justin Verlander in his no-hitter, a 100 game score for a pitcher.
Kind of gives you a good idea, or maybe puts in perspective how hard it is to go out there and get a 100 game score. You either got to have shutout, go 9 innings, strike out 16, or you got to throw a no-no. But a tremendous effort by both Justin Verlander and Gerrit Cole, just adding to a duo of dominance.
Cole, a one-hitter in Arizona the year before, got a 100 score. There you see the 100-plus game scores since 2014. Nobody else has done it since the 2015 season other than the Astros duo of Cole and Verlander. Scherzer a couple of times in 15, including against the Milwaukee Brewers. Only 22 100-plus game scores since 1969. Gerrit facing Yasmani Grandal. Grandal, the only base runner today for the Brewers, hit a home run on the first pitch he saw from Gerrit Cole as the second batter of the first inning. Now Cole starts him off with a 2-0 count. Grandal had only been 1 for 12 in his career against Cole prior to that home run. Now 15 of his 22 home runs as a left-hand hitter this year. Cole, who has not pitched from behind in the count very often today, is now 3-0. 4-pitch walk to start the inning.
Scouting reporters presented by your greater Houston Honda dealers. Hot cold zones for the reigning MVP Christian Yelich. Be interesting to see how Gerrit Cole goes out to get at him. Maybe going up and in with that fastball into some of those cold zones, but that 107 and 071 down and in. That's where he likes to throw that power slider to get the swings over the top from left-handed hitters.
Fastball up.
To one of those cold zones, up and in.
Same spot. Cole ahead 0-2.
Got some options now. He was pretty frustrated after walking Grandal on 4 pitches. But able to get ahead quickly on Yelich. You continue up there, or does he try and bury one?
I think a slider down and in maybe.
Yep.
A little foul ball. On a check swing, stays 0-2. Yelich was 5 for 11 against the Astros in their series at Minute Maid Park, including a home run. Grounded out to Altuve his first time up. Way upstairs, off the glove of Martin Maldonado and back to the backstop. Grandal will trot into second base.
Wasn't even in the picture. Reacted like a foul tip off the glove of Maldonado.
Now, Gerrit's had fine command all day. Just came off the inning where he batted, put one in play, and now all of a sudden having a little issue with some of his pitches this inning. Walked Grandal on 4 pitches, then on a 1-2 count to Christian, or an 0-2 count to Christian Yelich, uncorked the wild pitch. Got him. 100 mile an hour fastball, top of the zone. 8 strikeouts for Cole and his first of triple digits.
That was aggressive, and that's a spot that you can attack Christian Yelich. He exposed it 3 times in this at bat. Then you add the hundo to it, makes it that much tougher. Pretty impressive.
And an MVP like Christian Yelich had to admire that pitch, as he couldn't catch up with that at the top of the zone. There's a slider for a strike to Mike Moustakas. Moustakas struck out his first time up. Cole has now already one time through the lineup plus 3 batters. He's already struck out everybody in the lineup with the exception of Grandal and Arcia. Grandal's the only one to reach base. He's been on base with a home run and a walk. Moustakas bats with a 1-1 count. Gerrit surpassing his teammate Justin Verlander, leading all major leaguers in strikeouts with 260. Verlander, after his 14 strikeout no-hitter yesterday, has 257. Comp is basically Kurt Schilling and Randy Johnson, and that's it. No other team has ever had 2 power arms like these two in back-to-back seasons, Cole and Verlander.
It really speaks to how rare it is to have a couple of aces in your rotation. Oh, by the way, they added Zach Greinke at the trade deadline. Wade Miley's got a 3.06 ERA.
Wade currently 3rd in the American League in ERA. The only 2 guys sub 200 in opponent's batting average. Lowest 2 whips in all of baseball.
Sub 200s is crazy to me. So if you put 10 big league hitters up there, less than 2 of them are going to get a hit. Unbelievable.
On a consistent basis.
Yeah, we're well into the season, aren't we? 28th start for Gerrit Cole. Verlander just ahead of him. And Verlander's got a 166 batting average against after not giving up one last time out.
Today the Brewers are 1 for 10 against Cole. What about Verlander when he was Cy Young and MVP versus his time with the Astros?
Not too bad.
Better.
Gosh.
Better as an Astro than he was when he won the Triple Crown with the Tigers in 2011.
That was a MVP Cy Young year.
Called 3rd strike. Moustakas looks at 98. That's 9 strikeouts for Gerrit Cole of his 11 outs today.
Well, it's been an uncomfortable 2 at-bats against Gerrit Cole for Mike Moustakas. First at-bat, he check swung on a slider that bounced almost 10 feet out in front of home plate. This one, good luck. 98 on the inner 3rd.
Now Ryan Braun, who was called out on strikes, bats. Gerrit has 3 of his 9 strikeouts as called thirds. Already owns the franchise record for most double-digit strikeout games with 15. He's going to try and add another one to that tally today. Just 60 pitches in already with 9 strikeouts. This one popped high in the air on the infield. Altuve and Gurriel converge. Yuli will watch Altuve make the catch for the final out. We're through 4, still tied at 1.
$50 Hall of Fame package gets you a signed baseball from a Hall of Fame Astro, 4 tickets to a 2020 Astros game, plus a chance for an orange ticket upgrade and a ton of other great items. Proceeds benefit the childhood cancer efforts of the Astros Foundation. So we'll see you Friday at 6 p.m. for Astros Charity Night on AT&T Sportsnet. This is a quick 2-game series the Astros have here at Milwaukee, playing a team that is trying to do everything they can right now here in September to make their way into the postseason. A.J. Hinch talking about the Brewers and this series in particular and what they have to worry about as far as challenges that the Brewers bring. And he said offensively they can be explosive. We've seen them earlier. Can't give them any opportunities because of what they can do here, especially at a hitter's ballpark like this one, but also balanced bullpen. So interesting to see how things will be at the end of games with this Milwaukee team, but a good challenge for them as they are trying to fight their way in, guys.
They are, Julia. We showed you earlier how far back they were in the wild card picture. They are 3 games back of the Chicago Cubs in the National League wild card race. And George Springer leads things off and takes a strike. He's down to the count 0-2. Speaking of the bullpen, they do have the bullpen going for the first time as Adrian Hauser has crossed over 90 pitches at 91 now. George takes one outside for a ball. Side-arming lefty Alex Claudio warming up, assuming he'll be up there for Michael Brantley. So should see Hauser get 2 batters in this inning. And George rips one to right field for a base hit on a 1-2 pitch. George Springer on for the second straight time. Drew a walk and scored a run his last time up.
Nice piece of hitting. Fastball away, out off the plate. Shoots it the other way. Saw George do that a couple of times, going off the outside corner to get that base hit. Did it up in Toronto.
So here's Jose Altuve. Altuve 1 for 2, looped a single beyond the shortstop Orlando Arcia his last time up. Takes a pitch in the dirt. Highest pitch count of the year for Hauser is 96. Also had one other start where he threw 95 pitches. Brewers and Astros, 2 of the final 4 teams from last year. Wade Miley made 3 starts in that National League Championship Series for Milwaukee. Used as an opener and pitched in back-to-back games. Big swing, no contact for Tuve. It's 1-1. All 5 hits today by the Astros have been singles. Springer, Altuve, a couple for Alex Bregman, including an RBI, and Abraham Toro with the 5th hit. Hauser has allowed exactly 1 earned run in each of his last 4 starts, but he's gone at least 5 innings in all 4 of those starts. Not sure if he'll get to 5 innings today as he makes his season high 97th pitch with a 1-2 count. First to toss to first.
I'm with you with the thought on 5 innings, especially with the number of pitches and who's looming on deck.
If you have a lefty specialist like they do with Claudio, they're going to go with that Brantley, Bregman, Alvarez combo.
Next pitch will be 98 for Hauser.
Now they have double barrel with Jacob Barnes, the righty, joining Claudio.
Claudio's got a ton of experience against the Astros, previously with the Texas Rangers.
Altuve into center field. Grisham going back on it, makes the play. Springer will have to retreat back to first. And there's one out in the 5th inning. Greg Counsell checking to see if his lefty Claudio is ready. And for now, Hauser is staying in there, but here comes Counsell. So with Brantley due up, the lefty warming up, we'll see the lefty Claudio called in from out of the bullpen. 1-1 game, 5th inning. Hauser will leave after 4 1/3 innings. Brought to you by Nissan. Here are today's clues. Quick time. 1 season in Milwaukee, Louisiana Bayou. Quick time, 1 season in Milwaukee, Louisiana Bayou. If you know the answer, you can send it in to @AT&T Sportsnet SW. And tonight's Name That Astro presented by Nissan.
I think even you could get that one, TK.
I got it.
Yep.
Bernie's dugout with the slide out there.
How many times you gone down that thing?
Never.
Wow.
It's only my 2nd trip to Milwaukee. You've been here a bunch.
Oh, yeah.
Have you done the slide bummer?
No, I have not.
Interesting.
New pitcher here is Alex Claudio.
73rd appearance for the left-hander. Formerly of the Texas Rangers, has experience against the Astros. His career ERA against the Astros is 6.61.
He'll face Michael Brantley, and we're not sure if he'll face anybody else. Bregman has 3 consecutive hits against Claudio, and he's on deck. We mentioned the Brewers have a 12-man bullpen now that rosters have been expanded. And they have a righty and a lefty throwing now, even with Claudio in the game. You might see Claudio for Bregman, then the righty on, Claudio for Brantley, then the righty on for Bregman. Goes any further than that, possibly the lefty for Jordan. Claudio delivers a strike. Brantley pretty much equal opportunity when it comes to lefties righties this year. Michael has walked and grounded into a fielder's choice.
Splits on Claudio in his career. He's held left-handed hitters to a sub-200 batting average at 198. Right-handers have gotten him for a 309 batting average.
Chopper slowly hit to second, could be 2. Arcia steps on the bag and completes the double play. That'll end the 5th for the Astros. We're halfway home with the score tied 1 apiece. Friends, and make your reservation today because brunch in the bullpen is September the 15th. Come eat brunch on the field and pitch in the Astros bullpen. To see the full menu and to get your tickets, visit astros.com/brunch. Astros fans here in Milwaukee watching a 1-1 contest as we head to the bottom half of the 5th inning. Miller Park with the roof closed today as Gerrit Cole will work to Eric Thames to begin the bottom half of the 5th inning. Cole 61 pitches in, already has 9 strikeouts in this game. Yasmani Grandal has hit a home run against Cole and has also walked. Other than that, Cole has recorded an out on everybody else, and he has passed his teammate Justin Verlander. He's up to 261 strikeouts on the year. As we talked about yesterday with JV, we could see both Verlander and Cole getting 6 starts in the month of September if AJ works his way through some off days. So we could see both of these guys get 5 more starts after this one. And with Cole at the strikeout rate he has been on all year long, you would think 300 is very much a possibility.
I will be cheering for it, and it'll just be incredible to watch him. It's already been a lot of fun to watch him in that Astros uniform, but it will be incredible to see if he can get past his career high in a season that he set last year at 290.
Now, the 4th highest total in Astros history was set last year by JV with 290. Cole could easily eclipse that, as could Verlander himself.
I mean, if you get 2 guys over 300 apiece.
We're in that Schilling and unit territory again. There's a swing and a miss by Thames. That is strikeout number 10 for Gerrit Cole. He adds another. It's now 16 double-digit strikeout games for Gerrit.
Working on another streak right here. This will be his 4th straight game with 10+. Pretty impressive. It was a great view of seeing him turn that changeup over going away from Thames. It's been a tough couple of ABs for Thames and Moustakas.
Both times he has used the changeup, as he now faces Corey Spangenberg. And the changeup to get Thames both times. Spangenberg struck out swinging his first time up. And he bunts one. Garrett's going to barehand, sidearm throw, safe at first base. Nice bunt by Spangenberg, only the 2nd hit allowed by Cole.
Spangenberg can fly. Laid down a pretty good bunt. Cole made a great play on it, bouncing off the mound. There you get a good visual of Spangenberg breaking out of the box.
Arce will bat.
30.3 feet per second down that line for Spangenberg.
Wow. Arce flied out to right his first time up. And he misses the slider. Pinch hitter on deck. For the Brewers, Travis Shaw will pinch hit. Claudio is probably going to come out of the game anyhow. Now foul back to the screen. And Cole ahead of the count 0-2. There is Shaw. They call that.
Is that a balk?
Called a balk on Cole?
It's the only other way I could explain the runner getting to second base.
The count's 0-1. That last pitch didn't count. Eric got called on a balk in his last start. Now it's 0-2. Spangenberg getting to second base. No argument from Gerrit. Last time it was a balk because he dropped the baseball.
See the second base umpire pointing to Gerrit Cole. There wasn't enough there for me to see anything. All I saw was the leg come up, and that was it. I don't know how long, if he even came to a set or not.
Doug Eddings making that call. A little tapper. It's been a frustrating inning for Cole. He's given up a butt hit, and now a little tapper down the third baseline for another infield hit.
I guess that wasn't enough of a stop for Doug Eddings.
Well, now with runners on first and third, instead of Travis Shaw getting a pinch hit opportunity, going with more of a contact guy and Ben Gamble. So Gamble will come on to pinch hit for Alex Claudio with first and third and one out. Gamble also a little better speed, can stay out of a double play a little better. Brent Strom out to talk with Gerrit. He's now allowed 3 hits, but 2 this inning that have only traveled about 40 and 60 feet.
Runners at first and third. Like TK was saying, Gamble a little more of a contact guy. If I'm Yuli Gurriel, I've got to be alert also to that possible push bunt with the runner at first and third, less than 2 outs. Up the middle, the Astros are going to play for that double play on the corners. They're going to play that runner at third.
Faced Gamble 6 times. He's 1 for 6 with a couple of strikeouts. And he's missed outside. It's 2-0. Fastball, 2-1.
Interesting count right here, 2-1. You could put on the hit and run because you know that Gerrit Cole doesn't want to fall behind 3-1. Increase the possibilities of getting a strike right here.
Runner bluffs to go, and Gamble fouls one back. It's 2-2. With the Mariners, involved in that trade that sent Domingo Santana over to Seattle.
See Maldonado giving the signs with the runner at first and third. Tells everybody in the infield what he's doing with that ball if the base runner takes off.
Gerrit will try and punch another ticket here. He's got 10 of them so far today.
This is why you have the swing and miss stuff.
He got him. Gerrit Cole with a big strikeout of the pinch hitter Ben Gamble. That's 11 strikeouts for Cole and keeps runners on first and third now with 2 outs.
It's amazing how sometimes falling behind as a pitcher almost benefits him because you go to 2-0 and it kind of puts everybody in a situation, especially the manager, where he goes, oh, I'm going to let him hit. And you give him a couple of pitches, all of a sudden you're to a 2-2 count. You can't do anything but hope that that guy can go out there and put the bat on the baseball. But you add the Gerrit Cole slider to the mix, and this is what happens. You get that big swing and miss that you're talking about, TK.
Now he can see his way out of this inning if he can get Trent Grisham, the young center fielder, facing Cole for the first time, and he has struck out twice. Starts him off with a fastball just in, 1-0. hit and a dribbler has forced Cole to make some high leverage pitches in this tie game here in the bottom half of the 5th inning. He has thrown more pitches in this inning than any other. Still not a crazy high total, only 18 this inning, but 79 now on the game count. Outside, 3-1. Guy who's given Gerrit problems at least the first 2 times up is on deck in Grandal, and Grisham misses the fastball. May have left his own on that 3-1 pitch. The count's full. Start of the year at AA, played 63 games with Biloxi, Southern League All-Star, then moved up to AAA San Antonio. Not sure if he has seen many arms like the one he's facing today. 3-2 pitch, down and in, and Gerrit loses him on a 99-mile-an-hour fastball for ball 4. Second walk allowed by Cole, and he will have to face Yasmani Grandal with the bases loaded and 2 outs. Grandal has homered on 1 pitch and walked on 4 pitches. Picks up a strike.
Good start.
Grandal this year with the bases loaded, 3 for 9 with 3 singles. Second pitch of 100 miles an hour. It's inside, 1-1.
Pretty good job of laying off 100 miles an hour on the inside.
Bunt, hit, balk, infield dribbler, and a walk. That's how the base is loaded. Now Gerrit can see his way through this inning with 1 more quality pitch. It's 1-2 on Grandal.
Couple of good sliders. You can see there's a little extra intensity. We've seen another 100-mile-an-hour fastball in this at bat. We've seen 2 sliders at 91. So a little added extra emphasis for Gerrit Cole trying to work through this mess.
Got him! Gerrit Cole strikes out Grandal, retires him for the first time today, and it comes with the bases loaded to keep this game tied at 1.
Needed to make a pitch. It was up, but he also got Grandal to swing and miss and chase out of the zone, tied 1-1.
Connection to the game. Take a look at the wild card and overall playoff picture. Yankees right now would be the 1 seed. They're a game ahead of the Astros beginning play today. Twins currently leading the American League Central. The Rays leapfrogged both the Indians and the A's yesterday. They are the #1 wild card team. The Indians are currently in second. Dodgers are the 1 seed in the National League. Braves and Cardinals, and the Nationals and Cubs would be the wild card game, as Brent Suter is announced here in Milwaukee, and many are giving him a standing ovation as he comes back for the first time since Tommy John surgery.
A lot of hard work to get back on the mound for any of those pitchers that have to go through Tommy John surgery. And here is Suter. He brings a little bit of the funk, that sidearm 3/4 delivery. Doesn't throw very hard. In his career, averaging 86 miles an hour on that fastball. He has a slider, a little bit of a curveball, and a changeup.
Oh, just had the surgery 13 months ago on July 31st. 13 months and a couple of days later, appearing in a big league game again. And got a nice warm ovation as he faces Alex Bregman, who takes a strike. One thing you know about Suter, and Alex is well aware, is he works quickly, so steps out of the box. Suter quickly ahead of Bregman with the changeup, 0-2. Give Wade Miley a run for his money with time between pitches.
It's tough for somebody like me.
Well, coming off Tommy John surgery, Suter picks up a strikeout of the first batter he faces as he gets Alex Bregman.
And the reason it's tough is because you've got to be really concise with what you're going to say. But he gets the ball quick. He's on the mound quick, gets the sign quick, and he's very quick to home plate. He's basically in the set position when he takes the sign.
He might be the only guy Yordan Alvarez steps out against. Yordan takes a strike. Ben May. It's 2-1. Third pitcher of the game for the Brewers, and Alvarez does step out, which we rarely see him do. Just to try and control the pace a little bit from Suter. And he pops this one high in the air, foul, and that'll drift into the crowd.
Starting to see Yordan get under some pitches, maybe chase a little bit, but that was a great pitch to hit, and that barrel just dragging just a little bit, cutting under that pitch.
That hit somebody on the top row of the Astros dugout.
You got to be kidding me.
Still 2-2. He drills this one deep to left field. This ball carrying, and this ball is gone. Yordan Alvarez hits his 22nd home run of the season. That matches Carlos Correa for the most home runs hit by a rookie in a season, and the Astros lead this game 2-1.
That ball was smoked, and that was a great adjustment by Yordan Alvarez. Talked about how he got a little bit draggy with the barrel, got underneath a pitch that he felt he should have driven. Got a similar pitch in that one and smoked it. 108.5 off the bat.
Before Yordan can get into the dugout, strike one on Yuli Gurriel. Suter doesn't wait around, especially after a home run. Yordan crushes one the other way to left center field. This one hit the other way off the glove of Suter, and he's going to flip one in time to get Yuli. Nice play to recover in time for the second out.
Maybe it'll give us time to check out that swing of Jordan's. They wanted that pitch up. It was up out over the plate, but at 89 miles an hour, Jordan does a better job of getting the hands above the baseball and driving through it. That was nicely done. He knew it off the bat, too. That ball was crushed.
Here's Abraham Toro batting right-handed for the first time.
We've seen some lulls or maybe mini slumps from Jordan, but he's able to come back pretty healthily and smoke a baseball and make you forget about it.
Yeah, the lulls don't last very long. And now going the other way, Toro almost had an extra base hit, just foul, slicing one down the right field side. Jordan was 2 for 13 before that home run. Now ground ball left side. Arcia, the shortstop, makes the play, and Toro retired for the final out. But the Astros take the lead for the first time today.
Another big swing from Jordan Alvarez, putting the Astros up 2-1. His last inning, but he has done a good job with that electric fastball. How about that slider well out in front of home plate, getting the check swing. But it's been a nice mix. That 89-mile-an-hour changeup is actually coming pretty handy for Gerrit Cole to get some swings and misses on the left-handed hitters, but a backdoor breaking ball, the electric fastball at 100 miles an hour, dotting the corners. He's been in command. Unfortunately, some soft contact trying to ruin things last inning, but that big strikeout of Grandal finished off that inning with the bases loaded. And how about the fact that he's thrown 87 pitches and has 24 swinging strikes? It's a big number early in a game.
Remarkable. It's remarkable how many swinging strikes he gets with a fastball.
18 of 55 so far in this ball game on the fastball.
So he's like, here I'm coming with my heat.
Yep.
Can you hit it?
No.
And 18 times the answer has been no. Of 55. Well, here is Christian Yelich. He struck out swinging his last time up. He's also grounded out. Gerrit starts the inning with 88 pitches and now has to get through the 3, 4, 5 hitters for the Brewers, and he works with a lead for the first time today. Cole threw 112 pitches in his last start. That 112 was a season high when he went 6 2/3 innings against Tampa Bay. Another swinging strike on the fastball. 1-2 the count. We're talking about the reigning MVP who could be a leading candidate again this year. Yelich leads his team in every offensive category. Leads the league with an on-base percentage of .423. 42 bombs, hitting .328 overall. Pretty good swing at 99. Fouling it back is 2-2. Coming into this game, it was advantage Yelich in their head-to-head matchups, mostly when Yelich was with the Marlins and Gerrit Cole was with the Pirates. 9 for 17 with 2 doubles and 3 home runs prior to today. Now Cole has fought back with a ground out and a strikeout. Here's his 3-2 pitch. Just misses. Oh, he catches the top of the zone. A little delayed call by Ben May. as he gets his 13th strikeout of the game. Cole gets Yelich looking for the first out of the 6th.
Slider up and in. Gerrit Cole got a call.
Ben May is not happy with the Brewers dugout right now, and out comes Craig Counsell.
Well, he's trying to keep Christian Yelich in the game. But Yelich has every right to be upset. Pitch was up out of the zone. But what Craig Counsell's trying to do is to keep his best player in the lineup.
Here's Mike Moustakas, who has struck out twice.
Slider again up, surprising Yelich with the strike call.
I love the first pitch of this sequence to Moustakas. You had mentioned Moustakas has been off balance a little bit today, probably trying to avoid getting to a 2-strike count.
Yeah.
So Gerrit starts him off with a changeup that he missed, and now follows it up with a fastball, and now Moose is in scramble mode, down 0-2.
You get 99 up around your knuckles. It's not nice when you're facing a guy like Gerrit Cole, who is good, number one, and then starts messing with you.
Cole looking for his 14th strikeout for back-to-back starts. Instead, it's a ground ball to the left side. Toro is there. His throw in time to get Moustakas. And there's 2 away in the 6th inning. Cole has had 2 games this year of 14 strikeouts. At the Orioles 14 times in 7 innings on June 7th. And then struck out 14 Tampa Bay Rays in his last start. He's at 13 today, facing Ryan Braun with 2 outs, the bases empty. Gerrit's at 98 pitches on the game. And 27 of those were thrown last inning, many of them high leverage in a 1-1 game at that point. We'll see if AJ decides to go with him depending on how he gets through the 6th inning for another, but this could be his final inning as Braun fouls one away. Cole is due up second in the top of the 7th inning, so that could factor in as well. Mentioned the Brewers added 6 players when they expanded their rosters. The Astros added 4, 1 yesterday, and 3 more today. Garrett Stubbs, the 3rd catcher, Kyle Tucker, 30-30 year for Round Rock, and also the lefty Cionel Perez, now part of the Astros bullpen, all added to the active roster today. It's low. It's 2-1 to Braun, who was struck out and popped up. Hector Rondon warming up in the Astro bullpen.
Might be the first right-on-right changeup we've seen.
I was just thinking, he doesn't throw many right-on-right changes. Try to get Braun and left at arm side. It's 3-1.
2-1 count. Maybe trying to get it to act like a BP fastball. Get Braun out in front. Maybe pop it up. Gutsy in that 2-1 because now you're in a 3-1 count.
Well, we've seen Gerrit when he sniffs the finish line. 99 or 100. If he throws a fastball here, you've got to think that's going to be either 99 or 100.
Or 103, whatever. Just go ahead and reach back and give us everything you've got. He's averaging 97.5 miles an hour on the fastball tonight.
There it is, 100. That's almost a given on his final few pitches of a start that his fastball will be right around 100. It's amazing. Nobody else in baseball can do that. There are relievers that can throw 100, but not on pitch 104. Relievers never get close to that total. Now he goes breaking ball. He got him with the slider up. Gerrit Cole, 14 strikeouts, will leave the game with a 2-1 lead.
He's been electric. He sped up Braun and then snapped the slider. How many times have we seen it? Gerrit Cole walking off the mound after another strikeout. RV.com. We've got one more tomorrow here in Milwaukee. It's going to be an early morning. Astros who have kids in will probably be able to kiss them on their way to school as they get in. They'll have the day off to sleep before starting that homestand in the American League West with the Seattle Mariners and Oakland A's coming into town for 8 games and then back on the road for a quick 3-game trip up to Kansas City.
Brent Suter back out there as Martin Maldonado fouls one out of play. Gerrit Cole will be finished for his day, and what a day it was. 6 innings of 3-hit 1-run baseball. He struck out 14 for the second consecutive start. Gerrit Cole, who didn't quite match what Justin Verlander did, but didn't do anything to hurt his team's chances today. That was a brilliant performance by Cole against a tough Brewers team. Kyle Tucker just called up today, is waiting on deck. He'll get his first big league at bat of the 2019 season.
And you know what, for Gerrit Cole, amazingly enough, yesterday there were 3 quote-unquote hard-hit baseballs. Today against Cole, 1.
Wow. How about that? There's a ball fair down the left field line. Martin Maldonado is going to head to second base, and he will get in there with a leadoff double here in the 7th inning, trying to add to the Astros' 2-1 lead.
It's good to see Martin get rewarded, sneaking one past Mike Moustakas at third base. He's been hitting the ball hard, having some good ABs. Got himself a hanging changeup, it looked like, and able to hit it past the outstretched Moustakas. Kind of stayed under that glove.
So here is Kyle Tucker getting his first at bat of 2019. Tucker coming off a season in which he had a 30-30 year for AAA Round Rock, becoming just the 5th player in Pacific Coast League history with a 30-30 season. Jock Peterson, the most recent. The one prior to that was back in the 1930s. Saw Tucker last year in 64 at bats over 2 stints with the Astros, bat 141. Still just 22 years of age as he checks his swing on a pitch up from Suter. Familiar no batting gloves of Tucker. And Tucker drives one deep to right field. This ball is playable, though. It is Yelich back there on the warning track. He makes the catch. Tagging and getting the third is Martin Maldonado. Tucker made a bid for his first Major League home run, but hits one to the warning track. Enters one away.
A lot of off speed from Suter. Tucker may have gotten that one off the end of the bat on the outside corner, trying to top hand that and drive it out to right field, but deep enough to move the runner to third base, less than 2.
Now Springer cues one foul. George Springer will have the infield in tight. It's 1 for 2 so far for Springer with a walk. George may have chipped the top part of his bat on that swing. Astros still have bullpen action going. Looks like Hector Rondon will have the bottom half of the 7th inning, as Cole was pinch hit for. That's upstairs to George. It's 1-1. Captures the top of the zone.
Makes me feel better when Gerrit Cole gets back in after his outing and he's smiling again. It's like we get him back. Because when he's on the mound, he is a different animal.
George swings and misses it. A pitch up. Suter picks up a strikeout when he needed it most, getting the second out and keeping Martin Maldonado on third.
Well, and even though Suter doesn't have that high velocity, he's not afraid to get up in that top part of the zone. We've seen a couple of fastballs up where he's gotten the swing and miss. Got Alex Bregman up there.
Now he'll face Jose Altuve, who's 1 for 3. Altuve misses that pitch. Trying to bunt his way on to first base, and Altuve will be tagged out on a fine play by Eric Thames to end the inning. Thames spikes the ball in foul territory. After that final out, Altuve looking for the bunt RBI. 7th inning stretch time. Astros fail to score. It is 2-1 Houston, and we're going to send it back to our rooms to go lounge.
Of trying to back up Justin Verlander's no-hitter, and we saw the high octane, we saw the power spin, we even saw some changeups mixed in there. Did a great job against some of these left-handed hitters bringing that changeup, but with all of the power that he has, he actually did a very good job today of keeping these hitters off balance. That shows you that Gerrit Cole has the ability with his stuff to not only blow their doors off, but also to go out there and pitch. A couple of key sliders in key situations against some great hitters to be able to get that swing and miss. 14 strikeouts on the afternoon for Gerrit Cole. And again, 63 fastballs, and a third of the time they couldn't touch it.
Just before this inning starts, Gerrit Cole wanted a word with the crew chief, Bill Miller, as they were discussing his balk call. Gerrit balked in the 5th inning to send a runner into scoring position, would then work out of a bases loaded jam later on in that inning. Well, Gerrit wanted a little clarification as we get ready for the bottom half of the 7th inning, and a new pitcher for the Astros is Hector Rondon.
This will be Hector's 54th appearance, ERA at 3.81. A tough matchup here to start out this frame. Big left-handed hitter, Eric Thames.
Thames' first pitch swinging at the fastball, fouls it away.
We've seen that a lot against Hector Rondon. He'll come into a ball game and kind of get ambushed by that first pitch fastball. Luckily, that one up in the zone to be able to get the foul ball to start the at-bat.
Those 6 brilliant innings from Gerrit Cole, and now it's up to the bullpen in this 2-1 game. Throws 97 past Thames, and Rondon ahead 0-2. It'll be Thames, Corey Spangenberg, and Orlando Arcia to face Rondon here in the 7th inning. Been a good one today. Both teams pitching well. The Brewers have used 3 pitchers: Hauser, Claudio, and Suter. Astros going to their 2nd pitcher of the game. Outside, it's 2-2.
Hector Rondon throwing a rare changeup.
Yeah. Changeup got Thames a couple of times for Gerrit Cole in this game. Now, after getting ahead 0-2, the count goes full. Cole only threw 7 changeups today. Two of the 3 swinging strikes on the changeup came to strikeout Thames. But he gets blown away by the fastball as Hector Rondon picks up a strikeout of the first batter he faces. And there's 1 away in the 7th.
Join us at the Golf Club of Houston October 7th through the 13th for the Houston Open. Ticket options include daily general admission tickets, week-long tickets, and premium ticket packages. Proceeds from this year's tournament benefit the Astros Foundation. To purchase ticket packages, visit HoustonOpenGolf.com.
You mentioned yesterday when Verlander was facing the Blue Jays that Toronto had struggled this year against 95 plus. The Brewers haven't had very good numbers this year against 95 plus either.
I agree. 28th in baseball, hitting .227 coming into this game against the fastball. So it kind of explains not only why Cole was successful with his fastball, but maybe why Hector Rondon is in this situation just pumping heaters.
Spangenberg reached on a bunt hit his last time up. Struck out his first time. Spangenberg was drafted 10th overall in the 2011 draft. 1 pick ahead of the Astros' George Springer. Padres drafting Spangenberg. That point of his career, A.J. Hinch was with the Padres front office. Swing and a miss. Spangenberg goes down on 97. Back-to-back strikeouts for Hector Rondon. 16 strikeouts for Astros pitching today. It is time to name that Astro, brought to you by Nissan. Blummer knew if I knew this answer that most of you would as well. Who am I? Quick time. 1 season in Milwaukee. Louisiana Bayou. Louisiana Bayou fits today with the way these guys are pumping strikes. His fastball nickname is Bayou. Wade Miley, 2018 season with the Brewers, ended up pitching in 3 games in the NLCS as a starter.
Yeah, he nicknamed it Bayou because he nicknamed 100 miles an hour Fuzzy Wuzzy.
Wade is an entertaining person to talk to say the least. Here's Orlando Arcia. But today they have not hit a lot of fastballs. Only 3 base hits today for the Brewers. 1 a home run by Grandal. The other 2 infield hits. 1 a bunt hit. And 1 a little dribbler off the bat of Arcia as he fouls this one away and out of play. 1-1 to count. David Freitas, who was just called up for one of the September editions, is on deck to pinch hit if the Brewers keep this inning alive. Fly ball, shallow right field. Coming on is Brantley, and he will get there to put it away. Hector Rondon fired up after a 1-2-3 inning with a couple of strikeouts. We are through 7 with the Astros leading 2-1.
Spotlight falls on Christian Yelich last season, 2018. 26 games in the month of September. He finished extremely strong, putting the Brewers on his back as he took them to the promised land and getting them to the playoffs. 10 home runs, 33 RBIs, and his OPS, 1307. That late season push, getting the Milwaukee Brewers into the postseason on the shoulders of Christian Yelich, who ended up winning the MVP.
He's already exceeded a lot of those numbers this season, but a little more competition for that MVP in the National League this year. As Michael Brantley takes a breaking ball from Brent Suter for a strike. Suter back for his 3rd inning of work. Brantley faced a different lefty his last time up, Alex Claudio, and hit it to a double play. Suter, who got a warm reception from the crowd, appearing in a game for the first time 13 months after having Tommy John surgery. quickly today, and so far allowed just a couple of base hits in 2 innings. One was a home run by Yordan Alvarez the other way, and the other double by Martin Maldonado. Brantley 0 for 2, a couple of ground outs, including that double play. That ball hit sharply, but into the shift, backhanded, and the play made for the first out by Spangenberg. Brantley retired, one away in the 8th.
We can compare Yelich's numbers to a couple of other guys who had great months so far this season. Yuli Gurriel, the player of the month in Uli. We're hoping that Alex Bregman nudges out J.D. Martinez to become the player of the month in August. And you can see some of the comparable numbers: 33 RBIs, 29 for Yuli in that month of July. I think Alex is ready to hit. 31 for Alex as far as RBIs.
Alex 2 for 3 today. Starting strong in the month of September. He's been on base 4 times so far. Double and a walk yesterday, a couple of hits today. Bregman just hanging in the box now, ready to go, because he knows how fast Suter likes to work.
Yeah, you know, there's 2 approaches to a guy who works this quickly. Either take your time, step out, or you ask the umpire to fix the dirt in front of home plate, or you just get in the box and you're just ready before he's ready to come at you.
This ball hit hard past the diving third baseman Moustakas towards the corner. Bregman has his 3rd hit of the game. He is 3 for 4 with a 1-out double. 3rd extra base hit for the Astros in the last 3 innings.
He's turned into a doubles machine here recently, also continuing some of that success from August, carrying it over into September. And with him getting into the box early, being prepared, allows him to be ready to smoke this off-speed pitch. Well, I guess it's a fastball at 87. Hanging fastball in the zone.
Craig Counsell out of the dugout. The lefty Yordan Alvarez is due up, and even though there's a righty warming up, it appears he will go from a lefty to a righty to face Yordan. Suter gets a nice hand from the crowd in his first appearance back from Tommy John surgery. It's 2-1 Astros.
You just saw Brent Suter for the Brewers be replaced in this game. Well, he was facing Yordan Alvarez in that last at bat, working fast, but Yordan was ready, going the other way for his 22nd home run since making his debut in the big leagues on June 9th. So that ties the Astros rookie record that Correa held, who hit 22 in 2015. But that's something that Yordan was actually aware of because of Carlos Correa telling him about that record that he held. It also put the Astros up 2-1 in the 6th inning. Make it 63 RBI to go with those 22 homers. TK.
And after 23 home runs in the minor leagues, Yordan will now face a new pitcher, right-hander Freddie Peralta.
Peralta throws pretty hard, averaging 94 miles an hour on his fastball. There you see it, that first pitch to Yordan. Not exactly hitting the spot, but gets it in there. It'll be his 32nd appearance. How about 75 in a 3rd innings pitch? He's got 95 strikeouts. He has walked 35.
He was moved from the rotation to the bullpen after his start against the Astros on June the 11th. He did face Yordan Alvarez twice that day and struck him out both times. Yordan down to the count here, 0-2.
Came with the slow curveball on that pitch.
So even though Counsell going from a lefty to a righty to facing Yordan, Yordan has hit both righties and lefties about the same this year, and he chases that one up. 3rd time Yordan has struck out, does have the game-breaking home run the other way, and he tells Yuli a quick word on his way to the batter's box. 2 away in the inning. Yuli, when he faced Freddie Peralta, hit a home run his last time. He also hit a double against him. The only 2 times they have gone head-to-head. Peralta starts him off with a breaking ball in. Will Harris warming up. Looks like he'll have the 8th. Picks up a strike. Peralta's last start against the Astros, he went 4 innings, allowed 8 hits, 6 runs, did strike out 7 in 4 innings. Yuli got him for a 2-run home run, and Tyler White also hit a 2-run home run against him. The edge at 97. Astros with that double by Bregman now have 8 hits today. The last 3 have been extra base hits. The first 5 were singles. Single would work here. Ground ball towards short. Arcia has it. Play to first in time to get Yuli. Astros down in the 8th. We head to the bottom half. It's 2-1 Houston.
On Monday, September 9th, as all fans in attendance will receive a 2005 Jeff Bagwell National League Champs replica ring presented by Gallery Furniture. For more information or to get your tickets for the game, visit astros.com/promotions. We head to the bottom of the 8th. It is a 1-run game with the Astros out in front. Usually a spot that we had seen Ryan Presley enter the game for most of the season. However, right now he is on the mend. Remember, he was placed on the IL with the right knee soreness, had a torn meniscus repair. That was on August 23rd when he underwent surgery. Good news now, A.J. Hinch is watching video of him playing catch there at Minute Maid Park, and no hesitation, he said, as he throws, which is always a great sign. So hopefully he will be back before the end of the regular season to get him some appearances there. Also, Carlos Correa was at the field as well, guys, and doing a little baseball activity. He has the back discomfort that he is trying to work his way back from as well. So good news, and we'll get more information when the team heads back to Houston tomorrow night's game. TK.
All right, Julia, new pitcher for the Astros is Will Harris.
58 appearances for Will. Last time out up in Toronto, Kevin Biggio got him. That was the only hiccup in the appearance for Will Harris.
Facing a pinch hitter for the Milwaukee Brewers, Lorenzo Cain will come off the bench. Cain's been dealing with some injuries lately, but pinch hitting here for Freddie Peralta to lead off the bottom half of the 8th inning. 2 for 6 in his career as Cain against Will Harris, and he's down to the count 0-2. Jake Marisnick takes over in center field for the Astros. That pushes George Springer to right, and Michael Brantley into his more comfortable left field spot, although Brantley has to shade his eyes with the sun coming through in the left field. Holds up on the curveball. It's 1-2. See Lorenzo Cain's numbers on the year. Here is Brantley dealing with that sun field. Ball hit hard to right field, coming on George, and he makes a nice play on the move. George Springer got a great jump on that fly ball for the first out.
George got another great jump. Hesitated just a little bit, but thankfully ends up in that glove of his for the first out of the inning.
Will now face Trent Grisham. Grisham 2 strikeouts and a walk. One of 2 walks allowed by Gerrit Cole. Cole threw 105 pitches today, working through 6 innings of 1-run baseball. Cutter misses up. It's 1-0. Good news from Julian Ryan Presley, but Will Harris now assuming that Presley role in the 8th inning. Here's a little pop-up beyond third. That's going to fall in for a hit. Grisham a wide turn. He will hold up with a little looping single here with 1 out in the 8th.
Are you following AT&T Sports on social media? From in-game highlights to exclusive player interviews, find us on Facebook, Twitter, and our new Instagram account for the latest on the Astros all season long.
Now Will face Yasmani Grandal. Grandal has accounted for the only run for the Brewers today. Second batter of the game hit a first pitch home run out to left field against Gerrit Cole. It's also walked and struck out. There's a strike. It's the breaking ball, and Will quickly ahead 0-2. Nice job in the 7th inning by Hector Rondon, only needing 13 pitches in a 1-2-3-7.
That was a highly effective Hector Rondon. That was good to see.
Ball blocked by Maldonado. It's 1-2. Hit by Grisham, just the 4th hit of the game for the Brewers. A home run by Grandal and 3 singles. None of the 3 singles have been hit very well, but they've all counted. Pitches up, it's 2-2. That last hit was at 58.3. There's also a bunt and a swinging bunt for the other 2 hits other than the home run. The swinging bunt was at 52.9. That one back towards Will, fields it to short for 1. Bregman the turn, double play. Astros get through the 8th on a comebacker to Will, who can field his position as well as any relief pitcher, and turns 2.
Helps him out right here. Did a great job. This is a bit of a swinging changeup, but he stays with it. And then he throws a laser to that LSU connection from Tiger to Yuli. We've got that double play to keep this game 2-1. Chevy Stroll poll. Quite a few of you chiming in on this. If you're a Major League pitcher, which would you rather have, 3 Cy Young Awards or 3 no-hitters? Almost 60% of you felt that the 3 Cy Young Awards would look better on your mantle than telling everybody about your 3 no-hitters. Justin Verlander has 1 Cy Young, an MVP, and now 3 no-hitters after that one he threw yesterday in Toronto.
There is JV looking on as his team leads 2-1 as we head to the 9th inning. Astros would love to get a tack-on run before heading to the bottom half of the inning, and they'll face the hard-throwing right-hander Ray Black.
Yeah, Ray Black and flat bring it. Hardest thrower out of that bullpen for Council and the Milwaukee Brewers, averaging 98.3 miles an hour on his fastball. Also has a slider. 4 walks and 7 2/3 to go with his 7 strikeouts.
Well, Black will face the bottom third of the Astros lineup. Abraham Toro, Martin Maldonado, and then a pinch hitter for Will Harris. Toro is 1 for 3 and takes a called strike. Toro had an infield hit squibbed the other way against the shift. This time straight up defense, at least on the first 2 pitches for Black, and they are going to stay more neutral here with the hard throwing Ray Black out there against Toro. Roberto Osuna warming up. He'll get ready for the bottom half of the 9th inning. Black was acquired by the Brewers at the trade deadline from San Francisco, along with Drew Pomerantz. Astros saw this guy last year with the Giants as he delivers 98 away, and it's 2-2 on Toro. Fastball slider guy, and more sliders to right-hand hitters, as you might imagine. Toro sends one to center field. Grisham moves over to his left and puts it away. Toro retired for the first out of the 9th. Black will face Martin Maldonado.
The catcher, number 12, Martin Maldonado.
Martinez lined out, struck out, and doubled his last time up. Looking ahead to the Brewers in the bottom half of the 9th inning, they will have the meat of their order due up 3, 4, 5. Christian Yelich, Mike Moustakas, and Ryan Braun. Martin sends one high in the air to center field, playable for Grisham again. This one in front of the warning track, and that's out number 2.
Watch every out-of-market regular season game live or on demand with MLB.tv. Your subscription includes MLB App Premium, allowing you to stream live baseball on your favorite supported devices. Blackout and other restrictions apply. Visit MLB.tv for details.
Here's Reddick, one of the 2 Astros who has faced Black before. He and Yuli Gurriel have at bats against this hard-throwing right-hander. Starts him off with a slider for a strike. When these 2 teams met at Minute Maid Park, the final scores were 10-8 Astros and 6-3 Brewers in extra innings. Today, a whole different story. A pitcher-dominated game led by Gerrit Cole, Hector Rondon, and Will Harris in the 7th and 8th. 98 away. It's 1-2 to Josh. Reddick had a 5-game hitting streak snapped yesterday. An 0 for 4. Vlad Guerrero Jr. made a nice play on him on the final at bat of the game. Inside, nearly hits Josh.
How does it not?
Never does.
Literally. TK's not exaggerating, people. Even at 98, throwing in his numbers, he still gets out of the way. Has he been hit as an Astro?
Or the 2 years before he was an Astro. 3-2 pitches fouled away.
I had to tell Craig Biggio that stat when we were in Toronto. He was flabbergasted. He couldn't believe it.
That would be like telling Gerrit Cole somebody doesn't have a strikeout. What?
Exactly. Wait, what?
How does that happen? How's a pitcher pitch without a strikeout? That ball's hit hard, but gloved by Thames. He will flip it to black covering, and that'll do it. Hit hard by the pinch hitter Reddick, but he's retired. We're heading to the bottom of the ninth. It's 2-1 Houston. Bottom half of the ninth inning. Astros leading the Brewers 2-1. Roberto Osuna takes over for the Astros in the bottom half of the ninth.
Osuna last pitched against the Tampa Bay Rays. Went an inning, gave up a couple of runs. He has pitched in 55 games this season, 31 saves and 36 opportunities. Got his work cut out for him here, facing 3, 4, 5.
Christian Yelich, Mike Moustakas, Ryan Braun facing Roberto Osuna. Yelich 1 for 1 against Osuna with a single. Today Yelich is 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts and swings and misses at 94-mile-an-hour fastball. This would be a big boy save if he can get it. As Blummer said, going through right in the middle, the heart of this Brewers order. And he's ahead 0-2. Jake Marisnick all the way back, and this ball is gone. Game-tying home run by Christian Yelich on an 0-2 pitch. And it's a 2-2 game.
I think he tried to quick pitch him too, but Yelich was ready. Well, we showed you the hot-cold zones earlier in the ball game. Those up and in spots are where you want to go attack Christian Yelich, and that's how he got ahead. That pitch up, out, over the plate allowed Yelich to get extended, and we know this ballpark has a tough time holding him when he gets the barrel to it.
Now Mike Moustakas bats in a tie game. Moose is 2 for 5 against Osuna, has hits in his last 2 times he's faced Roberto. 6 blown saves on the year now for Osuna. Moose sends one high in the air on the infield. Yuli and Toro, who wants it? It'll be Yuli. Couldn't hear with all the crowd noise, and Toro kept coming before Yuli made the play. Houston Astros baseball on AT&T Sportsnet is presented by Toyota. Let's go places. Ryan Braun strides to the plate. Braun 0 for 3, couple of strikeouts. Yelich hitting his 43rd home run, continues to extend his career high. Drove in his 93rd run with that home run. Osuna has thrown nothing but strikes so far today. 7 pitches, 7 strikes. He's ahead of Braun 0-2. to short. Bregman. 2 outs. Don't forget, coming up after our game, it'll be the Astros post-game show presented by Whataburger. Kevin Eschenfelder, Brian Bogusevic will host. Gerrit Cole with 14 strikeouts today, one day after Justin Verlander struck out 14 in a no-hitter. Unfortunately for Cole, he will not pick up his 12th consecutive win, which would have matched a franchise record. Jordan gave the Astros their only lead, and Julia will gather interviews after this game. With a clean ninth, Cole would have matched Wade Miller in 2002 and Mark Portugal in '93 with 12 straight wins. He has 11 wins in a row and 6 no decisions in his last 17 starts. 2-0 the count to Thames.
It's interesting to bring up Wade Miller's name in this ballpark. There was a time where his record was so good and his ERA was so good here, we thought that they named this place after him. I tell you what, the Milwaukee Brewers pitching staff has done a great job of keeping down the Astros offense to 2 runs in this game on 8 hits. But there's got to be a point where Roberto Osuna is able to get through some of these tough innings and create that save. Just unfortunate you had to face the reigning MVP in that situation, and the mistake cost him that home run.
And your point's taken, especially as you get closer to October.
And that's why I feel like it's a little more magnified, don't you think?
A little hesitation here on the 2-1, and that's fouled away. Thames has struck out 3 times today, twice against Gerrit Cole, once against Hector Rondon. That ball sent the other way for a base hit. Eric Thames reaches with a single with 2 outs in the bottom half of the 9th inning.
Pretty good piece of hitting by Thames, staying back on that changeup and just poking it the other way. Extending this inning with 2 outs.
Here's Corey Spangenberg, 1 for 3. Strike. Spangenberg bunted for a hit in the 5th inning, and he struck out a couple of times. Tapper back to the mound. Osuna has it. He will flip to first. It's a high throw, safe at first. And this inning will continue. Roberto Osuna was a little nonchalant with that play and cost himself the end of the inning.
Took it for granted right there and lobbed it over to first base and didn't finish the throw, and it ended up being high enough to where Yuli had to jump. What should have been an easy play is now extending this inning. Kind of a careless throw by Roberto Osuna.
Spangenberg flying down the line. Osuna just flat-footed, tossed it high, and kept this inning going.
And maybe a different runner, a slower runner, you get away with that because Yuli's able to come back down, but Spangenberg is a guy who can fly. You can see him had his head down, running hard the entire way.
Now Travis Shaw will pinch hit for Orlando Arcia. There'll be an error on Osuna, a careless play to keep this inning alive. Shaw is 2 for 5 against Osuna in his career with a home run. And he pinch hits here with the winning run on second base. in the bottom half of the 9th inning. Big swing, no contact, 95 on a fastball. Two hits and an error in this inning. Yelich led off the 9th with a home run on an 0-2 pitch. Now Osuna ahead of Shaw 0-2. Pitches in this inning have been strikes for Osuna. And he gets Shaw swinging to send this game into extra innings. Brewers and Astros, last time they played, went into extras, and we're heading into extra frames again today, tied at 2. What would you like the power to do? Extra baseball on this Labor Day 2019. Todd Callis, Jeff Blum, Julia Morales. Glad you could join us from Milwaukee. We were hoping to have the post-game show kicking off right around now in a 2-1 victory instead of Christian Yelich home run extending this game. And we head to the 10th with Junior Guerra as the new pitcher for Milwaukee.
Guerra's been good out of that bullpen. You can see his whip close to 1. 68 strikeouts, 32 walks in 73 and a third innings pitched. Getting some wins out of that bullpen. He is 8-4. Fastball, curveball, split finger. That split finger's been a little bit of an issue this season.
Guerra will face the Astros top of their lineup, George Springer. Takes that fastball down and away for ball 1. Springer's been on base twice today, a single and a walk. He has scored a run. One bouncing in there.
Well, if a guy who throws a split finger like Guerra, you're going to see that right there where they try and overthrow that split. They might pinch it a little bit or hold on to it a little bit too tight, trying to create that tumbling motion, and they'll spike it. Because if that thing shoots up out of the hand and slips out of the hand and stays up in the zone, it's a pretty good pitch to hit.
We weren't sure if Guerra would be available today. Springer drills one deep center field. This ball carrying it, gone! George Springer, his 30th home run of the year, and the Astros retake the lead at 3-2.
You got to love the fact that George Springer loves taking the bull by the horns and being responsible to get this offense going. That's why he's at the top. He is a constant threat. Shortening up that swing this season has made him that much better of a hitter, but now providing some mega pop to get the Astros back ahead. The man can fire up a dugout, can he?
Nobody brings energy to this team more than George Springer, and he just lit up a dugout that was a little down after giving up the tying run in the 9th.
I just feel like this season has really been a great season for George, who's really harnessed that energy and provided such a positive spark for these Astros. It's nice to have the offense to back up the pitching sometimes, too.
Jose Altuve bats with a 1-0 count. That's the second 30 home run season of his career for George Springer. Had a career high 34 2 years ago, and now has 30 this season. Altuve looks at one low, 2-1. Reason we weren't sure if Guerra would be available today. He went an inning and 2/3 in Saturday's game at Wrigley Field. pitched the 6th, 7th, and 8th innings in that game, and then yesterday pitched the 7th and 8th innings. But 2/3 of an inning, spread out over a couple of innings, but an up down again. And back out there today for a 3rd game in a row. He's now got a 2-2 count on Altuve.
It's a lot of pitching. It's a lot of pitches, and it's also been in high leverage situations too for Gerrit. That ball was destroyed, by the way.
What do you have it at?
Oh man, 107.7. Woo!
Good take by Altuve on a pitch down low.
That was a line drive by George, 422 feet to center field.
Told you about all his leadoff home runs. Now he's trying to finish the game with that last home run. Astros have bullpen action going as Roberto Osuna gave up a run in the 9th. Does not look like he will get the ball back for the 10th. It looks like Josh James, who was just activated yesterday, warming up in the Astros bullpen. A little roller towards 3rd. Moustakas knows he has to hurry with Altuve running.
Enjoy the thunder that George can bring. Fastball out over the plate. And the face of Gerrit says it all. A 2-seamer that ran back over the outside 3rd, and George absolutely destroys it, squaring it up and launching it at 107.7 miles an hour off the batter's eye in center field here at Miller Park. Changing tires and changing scores.
George's tire changing buddy at the plate, Michael Brantley. Michael looking for his first hit, 0 for 3 with a walk today. Brantley and Aledmus Diaz have the most at bats against Junior Guerrero on this Astros team. Michael 2 for 6 with a double and a walk against Guerrero. 1-1 the count. There is Josh James. Been on the injured list. Rehab down in West Palm Beach. Activated yesterday. And he will appear as of now in a high leverage situation in this extra inning game in the bottom of the 10th. Ball sliced the other way, and it's 1-2. Bregman waiting on deck. He already has a 3-hit game going. Brantley goes down. A foul tip caught by Grandal. Gerrit picks up his first strikeout. 2 outs in the 10th. Here is Bregman, 3 for 4 today. Alex single in the first, single in the 3rd, and a double his last time up. Takes a strike. Looking ahead to the bottom half of the 10th inning for the Brewers, they will have their pitcher spot due up. And the top of the lineup. Strike called. Gerrit ahead of Bregman 1-2. Christian Yelich tied this game in the bottom half of the 9th inning with a leadoff home run in the bottom of the ninth. And then George Springer answered that with a leadoff home run in the top of the 10th. Bregman bidding for his 4th hit, and he'll have it in and out of the glove of Arcia, but he would have had a tough time getting Bregman anyhow. That's a 4-hit game for Bregman, matching his career high. 3rd time he's accomplished that.
Good job by Alex hitting that ball into the hole. Ball was knocked down, but unable to make that play. It would have taken a perfect play to get Alex rolling pretty good to first base.
Hernan Perez at shortstop now. Arcia was pinch hit for last inning. Perez cannot make that play. Here is Jake Marisnick batting for the first time. Jake came in defensively. Yordan Alvarez spot in the lineup, and Jake misses the fastball. Perez is batting 9th, so he will lead off the next inning. Shaw stays in the game. He bats 8th in the pitcher spot. Is where Mike Moustakas was batting, and that's in the 4th spot. So it'll be Perez, Trent Grisham, and Yasmani Grandal next inning. Second time this year Bregman's had a 4-hit game. 3rd time in his career. Jake fouls one out of play. It's 1-2. Swing and a miss. Marisnick goes down on strikes. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Gerrit. But the Astros take the lead.
George Springer answering back with a long ball of his own to dead center field, 422 feet away, willing the Astros into the lead 3-2.
Astros leading it right now, and here's the right-hander Josh James, who was just activated from the IL yesterday. Told me he's probably going to be nervous before his first appearance back. So here it is. He was dealing with a right shoulder soreness. He had been on the IL since July 23rd, had 3 rehab appearances. He told me it was a mix of everything. There was some really good and really bad in there, but in that last one, he did feel great and was ready to go. He did spend a lot of time at the spring training facility in West Palm Beach as well. Had a lot of time to work on shortening up his delivery, and that will give him a more direct line to the plate, but also will help with the health of his arm moving forward. TK?
All right, he'll face a pinch hitter to start this inning. David Freitas will pinch hit. This Milwaukee Brewers team, other than the Dodgers, swings at the 2nd fewest first pitches of any team in the major league, so they may be patient here to see if James can at least start him off with a strike.
I think that's always the question for a guy who throws extremely hard and coming back from an injured list stint. See the velocity back, but sometimes that location can be a little bit of an issue. But at first signs, it's good to see that Josh James still has that electric fastball.
Easy 98. Astros just hoping he can locate it this inning. Coming off the IL, and that one way in. It's 2-0. James trying to finish off this game, but as he starts the inning, the Astros do have bullpen action going with the side armor Joe Smith. AJ will not wait around long if James cannot command the zone. So far, he has not commanded the zone. Pitch walk to start the bottom of the 10th in a 1-run game. Brent Strom out to talk to Josh James.
It's understandable to have nerves. It's also understandable that now there's going to be a little more pressure on you, considering you just walked the leadoff man in this inning in a one-run game. But Brent Strom is going to try and reach deep and find the right words to give to Josh James to get him back in and relax him a little bit and rely on that fastball arm that he has.
Everything was missing arm side for James in that first at bat. Pinch runner for the Brewers be a pitcher, Chase Anderson, to run for Freitas.
Well, it'll be interesting. Grisham might have the opportunity, although it may not be a great opportunity, to try and bunt off of a guy throwing 98, struggling with his command.
All these lefties do up 4 in a row. Switch hitter Grandal is on deck, but Grisham, Yelich, Moustakas, all lefty hitters. James delivers a strike.
He did not square around either. Chase Anderson, the pitcher at first base, even though they play in the National League and Anderson's been in the league for a little while, not an extensive lead at first.
Joe Smith, who's warming up now, is a guy who has been more effective against righties than lefties. I think with all these lefties due up, AJ would prefer Josh James be able to command the zone and try and get through this inning if at all possible.
I'd prefer not to see Yelich up this inning.
Big swing, no contact, and James ahead 1-2.
To be honest, I'm a little surprised that we didn't see Grisham, at least with the first strike of the at-bat, maybe try and lay one down. But now he's got himself in a hole. Big swing on the big fastball.
Swing and a miss. He strikes him out at 98. 18 strikeouts for Astros pitching today, and that's a big one for Josh James.
It's 3 against Grisham in this game, and you're right, that was a big strikeout. Now, if you manage to get a ground ball, the possibility of the double play is in order. So that's got to be a huge confidence boost for Josh James.
Now Yasmani Grandal takes a slider in the dirt.
Tell you what, after that first AB for Yasmani Grandal, the Astros have gotten away from throwing him first pitch fastballs. There was a changeup, I think, buried, but a good job by Maldonado to keep it in front.
Yeah, especially a ball skipping off the plate like that.
Man.
Oh, we mentioned in Toronto there is going to be a healthy competition for playoff roster spots for the bullpen. Josh James certainly in the mix for one of those spots. He is thrown right into it here in his first appearance off the injured list. That's a strike.
Good slider.
Julia mentioned the mixed results. 3 appearances with AAA Round Rock, 3 1/3 innings, 4 runs, but his last outing, 2 scoreless. Doesn't get that call on a pitch in, 2-1. When James went on the IL, he was leading All-American relievers in strikeouts. That last strikeout getting Grisham his 80th of the season. Fouls 98. It's 2-2. For whatever reason, that first batter, right-hand hitter, James kept missing arm side. But now facing a couple left-hand hitters, he's been better with his own.
pitch, changeup.
It's been a good one today between the Astros and Brewers. That had pretty good depth to it too. Good job by Grandal staying alive.
Being forced to have confidence in his secondary pitches.
Fly ball, lofted down the line and left and headed towards the crowd and out of play.
That was a heck of a job by Grandal to fight off that backdoor slider.
Grandal on back-to-back two-strike pitches, staying alive on a tough changeup, and now on a slider that could have been a called third strike.
It's a good thing that thing went foul too. That's kind of that no man's land out there with the shift on.
3-2.
I think everybody in the stadium knows what Josh James is going to come with, but does he come with it? Is there a secondary pitch he can get to, or is he going to challenge Grandal right here with the fastball?
Missed with the changeup low. Puts the tying run, or the tying run at second base in scoring position. The go-ahead run at first base. Quite a plate appearance by Yasmani Grandal. Well, the fans are getting their money's worth today in this Labor Day game between the Astros and the Brewers. They saw the Astros leading 2-1 heading to the bottom of the ninth. They watched an electric performance by Gerrit Cole, striking out 14 in 6 innings. They watched the return of Brent Suter, coming back from Tommy John surgery. And now they're seeing Yelich bat with the tying and go-ahead runs on in extra innings in the 10th. Brewer coming in from out of the bullpen might be another pinch running situation. And it will be Chase Anderson, who was the pinch runner at first base, will now be lifted. And they'll go to Taylor Williams at second base as the tying run.
Does Craig Counsell have an incentive bonus for amount of players used in a game?
I guess he liked Anderson scoring from first, but not as much from second. So Williams, the runner on second. Grandal, the runner on first. One out, and the reigning MVP, who tied this game in the ninth, bats again in the 10th. James has faced Yelich once before and struck him out. Swings over the slider.
Interesting to see Yelich that aggressive on that slider. Missed it by a little bit.
In the on-deck circle. He is batting in Mustaka's spot. Perez, a right-hand hitter. Joe Smith continues to warm up. This might be the last batter for Josh James. Goes around on a 1-1 pitch, and it's 1-2.
No offense to pitchers, but you have pitchers pinch running at second base. They're not going to do a good job of relaying the signs to the hitter at the plate. So you can take that out of the situation. I'm not saying that's contributing, but those have been some funky swings from a very good hitter in Christian Yelich. Josh James creating good deception with that slider out of the hand, fooling Yelich. Can he do it one more time?
Strike, top of the zone. Yelich called out on strikes twice today on close pitches up.
That's unbelievable. I want to say great pitch, Josh James. But wow, that's the second time in this ball game we've seen a slider up out of the zone called against Christian Yelich. Hey, sometimes you got to have a little luck on your side, right?
Yelich was called out on a pitch against Gerrit Cole up in the zone in the 6th inning. James stays in there against the right-hand hitting Hernan Perez. Brewers are out of left-handed hitters off the bench. Swing and a miss, and Perez looks at his batting glove after maybe losing the grip on that swing. Tough day for Yelich with Ben May behind the plate. He is not happy, and understandably so. James ahead 0-2. After a 4-pitch walk to the first right-hander he saw this inning. Now seeing Hernan Perez 4 batters later, the other righty in this inning, he's quickly ahead 0-2. 2 walks in the inning, 2 strikeouts in the inning. He got him! Astros win in 10 innings, 3-2. Josh James, in his first game back off the injured list, picks up a huge save in a critical spot, striking out Christian Yelich and Hernan Perez to end this game. Blummer, what a contest this was.
Pretty incredible game. Credit Josh James for battling through that inning and showing that big right arm. He absolutely let this fastball eat right here and blew it past Perez. These guys know how important these games are in September. They also know how important it is to get an arm like Josh James back in that bullpen. Good for him. Big Flames.
The 90th win of the year. Josh James, just back from the injured list, missed 35 games, and he comes up with a big save today as the Astros hold on thanks to the George Springer home run. It's 3-2, the final score. We'll have more, including the post-game show, coming up after this exciting win in Milwaukee.